All right, good morning. I am Lawrence Evans Prairie IV, and I am the Public Information Officer here in Joplin, Missouri. And I've been asked to come before you all today to answer some of the questions about the recent events and what we're doing to move forward. As you very well know, on May 22nd, Joplin, Missouri here took a direct strike from an EF5 tornado with 320 plus kilometer-per-hour winds, and it's shaping up to be the deadliest tornado in the last 50 years. The line of storms that came through actually produced 150 tornadoes all the way from Oklahoma to North Carolina, but here in Joplin, we did suffer the worst of it from what we can tell so far. So right now, I would like to open up the floor to the reporters here for any questions that they may have for me.
Mr. Crary, how are you handling the response to this incident?
Uh, well, it's obviously a widespread response. We are currently utilizing local, state, and federal resources. We're tapping into all possibilities and all variables to ensure the safety of the residents during this recovery period.
Mr. Crary, can your fire department handle this situation? If not, then what are you doing?
The simple answer to your question is no, that our fire department cannot handle this situation. The damage is too extreme, it's too widespread, and our resources are very limited in that regard. What we are currently doing is maximizing our mutual aid agreements with the surrounding counties and other departments. We're working to implement all the different incident command structure functions, so that way every asset is available to us, and we're making the necessary requests for resources to the state and federal level at this time.
How many people are injured or dead?
It is tough to make a determination at this time. Currently, the numbers that we have are 161 dead and over 1,000 plus injured. As you know, Joplin only has a population of around 50,000 people, and in some way, shape, or form, every one of them was affected by this storm.
How soon will we be able to account for everyone?
I wish I could give you a definitive answer. It is, tough to, through the identification process and everything, you're looking at probably weeks, possibly a month or more for identification and things like that.
What can relatives and friends do to check on the well-being of their loved ones?
To check on the well-being, actually currently we're working to restore cell service. It's one of our primary functions is to get the lines of communication back up. We're also working at the shelters to establish a JoplinFindMe.org website where people, when they register at these shelters and things like that, they'll enter their names and information, and those who have friends and family outside the area who are trying to find their whereabouts, if they also log in, they can research and find out where they are and how they're doing. All right, so we're back again a couple weeks later here. I understand the news has some more questions for me, and I'd love to entertain those.
Mr. Crary, what changes will you make for the future in another event like this?
Well, in another event like this, it's hard to predict when something of this level of devastation will happen again. Obviously, we're going to take whatever lessons we've learned from our after-action reports and things like that to ensure that our mutual aid agreements are accurate and up to date, and that we are working with the state and federal government in implementing plans to prepare for this type of disaster in the future.
Mr. Crary, do you have any further words?
My only further words are that we're going to, as a community, examine the possibilities of possibly securing federal grants for mandatory storm shelters. For those who didn't have them, it obviously would have made a difference, or even community-wide shelters on a larger basis as opposed to the personal ones. And we're also going to examine our building codes to see if there's anything we can do to amend those in order to, obviously this was a unique storm in its size and strength, so we're going to explore those options. And we're also going to ensure that our emergency warning systems are as state-of-the-art as possible. And I would like to thank you all for coming. Thank you for your time and all of your questions. Have a good day.